All right, it's time, y'all. Reality Hour, real people, real life situations. We dive it up into today's letter. And Kenya, what we got?
All right. Dear Sam, I wrote to you a while back about my teenage daughter lying about her age and almost getting a man in trouble. My wife and I decided to go with the Scared Straight program to punish her. Her entitlement in general is horrible, and it's not something that my family can live with. I refuse to raise any of my children to think they can do whatever they want without consequences. Before my wife and I sent her off, we found out that she met another man who was 22 years old, and he knew she was in high school. She had planned to go across the state line with him and forged a marriage license permitting her to get married. If it wasn't for identity protection on my card, she would have gotten further. This was it. I told her that if she doesn't complete this program, she's out at 16, which is legal in my state to kick your child out if they're out of control and you've done everything you can think of without prosecution. I feel so horrible that everything I've done has failed. I even turned down a promotion that would have given us more money because I would be away from my family longer and I don't want my wife or kids feeling neglected. Why do I feel so bad that I failed my daughter? She has had the same rules as her siblings and she's the only one out of control.
Well, it's natural to feel like you have not done what you need to do as a parent to this one kid. You say, hey, I did this, the other ones turned this way, how they turned this way. At the end of the day, she's still her own individual.
Yeah.
You can't blame yourself, especially if you have been there.
Yeah.
If both of your parents have been there. He said the wife is there, he's there. Some kids are just, you're going to get one. I mean, first of all, they're their own person.
Yes.
But don't blame yourself. Don't blame yourself. I get it. I see why. There's things that I wish my kids would have done it this type of way and wish they would do this and make a decision, do this and that. But I had to learn that that's their life. And as long as I can be the best parent that I can be,
that's right.
That's all I can be. You know what I'm saying? I've done my part. Right. It's up to them to what they want out of life. You cannot carry their failures if you have been there.
Absolutely.
And even if you have been there, okay, they see enough to know they choose right from wrong. And one thing about the enemy, he will make you feel guilty, put a guilt trip on you, because that's his job. And you got to be careful of that and have you walking around here moping and to the point you still won't be no good for your daughter.
Right.
So I was saying, we're going to read these comments. Do the best that you can. You've done the best that you can. At the end of the day, our kids belong to God.
Yeah.
I mean.
And these kids have their own personalities. What I've learned from having older children and then coming back with these younger ones is their personalities are the same as they were when they were little. So it really doesn't have as much to do with you as you think it does. These kids already have their personalities and you can't afford to withdraw because your other kids are going to need you. So you don't want to, become so sad about this situation. Yeah. Of course, it's going to make you sad, but you still have other children that are going to need you, your family, your wife, and hopefully this child will come around.
Now, on another note, it's like having kids is like playing craps.
Listen.
You don't know what you're going to get out of these kids. You just try your best. It's like you throw the dice. All right.
That's all you
one,
can do.
2, 3, 4. I hope out of the 5 or 4 of y'all, that one of y'all become or do something. Your hopes is they all do.
Yes.
But they live their own lives. And some of them are going to choose things that you ain't too pleased about.
That's a fact.
Yeah, let's go to the comment section.
All right. Now, Dale said, you didn't fail you didn't fail your child as a father. She's just a bad seed out of all of them. Yikes. You did what you had to do to punish her because there's men out there that doesn't give a D about their children. So keep doing what you're doing and keep your head up.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. And Latifah said, we always have the best in mind for our children, but at some point you have to let them fail for them to learn their lesson. Yeah. Unfortunately, as a parent, it drives us crazy to have to release them into this cruel world. You sincerely want to protect and provide, but you must have let her go and pray God keep her and protect her as she sees the world. My prayer for you is she gets scared straight before but avoids long-term harm
Yeah.
and realizes everything you and your wife tried to do for her. Yeah.
We have to learn. One of the hardest things to do is to learn how to turn your kids on over to God.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I said earlier, they belong to Him.
That's right.
He's just lending us the kids for a minute, just like He lended us to our mom and daddy.
Yes.
So we have a responsibility to be there and to teach them, but it's up to them to decide which way they're going to go.
Absolutely.
And I hear people saying when they see a bad kid, sometimes people always want to blame the parent. Nope, that's not true. Where the mommy? I want to know where daddy at.
Yeah.
That don't mean that the parent was not involved. You just have a hard-headed child.
I really hope this program works
Yeah,
because
scale straight.
something she's not seeing, maybe the program, maybe some additional counseling, whatever. I mean, all you can do is try.
Keep trying. Give me one more comment before we go.
All right. Now, Kevin said, were you a perfect child? Probably not. For most of us, the struggle makes you grow as a person. Toss her out and let her figure out things the hard way.
There you go. What they used to say back in the day, if you don't go by my rules, you can get up out of here.
Yeah. So
You said in whatever state you in that you can put them out at 16. I'm just saying.